Midnight's upon us.
BBC News at midnight. This is Chris Aldridge. US forces have tonight hit targets near the Strait of Hormuz, saying the strikes were a response to an Iranian attack on a commercial ship in the strategically important waterway. Search and rescue efforts are ramping up in Venezuela, where two powerful earthquakes are confirmed to have killed more than 900 people. More than 50,000 others have feared missing.
I'm getting a bit worried about the lightning storms. We can see some storms in the channel at the moment, and we can hear them on the radio. This one down here near the Isle of Wight was quite close. So I'm just up above there, probably in this bit here. Let's see if we can zoom into that.
This was how much of the first 36 hours of the rescue operation was carried out. Local people working by hand.
Completely wrong country.
President Delcy Rodriguez, when she spoke to the nation a few hours ago.
We see storms there in France as well.
The great heart of our people and their solidarity. No one has hesitated to go out into the streets to lend a hand to their Venezuelan brother or sister. And a very special recognition goes to our rescuers, those arriving from all over the country to join
Give an opportunity to try and find Droitwich on the map. So older shot, we're about somewhere here, right near Guildford. We might be able to zoom in a bit more. Let's see. So we're somewhere in between Alton and Guildford, and Sandhurst. We're probably in there somewhere. So let's see where Droitwich is on the map. So remember Guildford, so we come up to Oxford, up to Worcester, and I think Droitwich is somewhere in here. I'm not 100% sure.
Once again, the number of confirmed dead rose sharply.
We can have a zoom in and see if we can find it.
As a major international rescue effort gets underway, few doubt the true scale of this tragedy is only just beginning to emerge.
Might be quite difficult to find, actually.
A new record high temperature for June was set in the UK for the third day in a row as heatwave conditions continue to affect parts of the country. The Met Office
It's not really showing us any minor places.
topping the previous high of 36.7 Celsius in Somerset yesterday. Health leaders have warned that the unprecedented heat is having an impact on NHS services.
But Droitwich is in there somewhere.
When you think about NHS staff going above and beyond in a heat wave, it's not just up to the nurses. At St Mary's Hospital in London, the estate team...
So we're really just watching the storm that's happening on the coast here at the moment. If it comes up to us, then I'm going to stop recording on the main hi-fi and just record using the phone and a portable radio. I'm not going to record all of the news. Tape recorder's stopped at the moment, so I'll try and record the bit where they talk about the shutdown.
In cricket, on day 2 of the third and deciding test match of the series, England brought themselves back in contention against New Zealand at Trent Bridge. England took all 10 wickets for 121 runs to dismiss the tourists for a first innings total of 438. The returning captain Ben Stokes ended up with 4 wickets. In reply, England's opening batsman Ben Duckett hit an 88-ball century to leave his side 223 for 2 at the close, trailing the tourists by 215 runs with 8 wickets in hand. Radio 4 broadcasts on longwave will end in just over half an hour's time. The BBC began broadcasting on the frequency from its original transmitters in Daventry in Northamptonshire in 1925, before switching to a new transmitting station in Worcestershire. Our media correspondent David Sillito reports.
Ready for number 3. All ready. Right, let her go.
1934, and the beginning of an engineering marvel.
Stand by to run up the high-tension machine.
The powerful long-wave transmitter masts at Droitwich, 213 metres high, along with 2 sister stations in Burghead and Westerglen in Scotland, ensured the BBC was a truly national service.
This is the national programme from London, radiated by the new long-wave transmitter at Droitwich.
Beginning with Eric Coates' The Merrymakers, the BBC's new Droitwich service sent out a signal that travelled far out to sea and, for decades, delivered the shipping forecast.
Dover, Thames, Humber, Heligoland, East Dogger.
And that ability to travel far? In the Second World War, the long-wave signal was a way of communicating across Europe.
These are today's main events. Germany has invaded Poland and has bombed many towns.
And even sending coded messages to the French resistance. And in more recent years,
On 198 longwave.
allowed cricket-starved holidaymakers to follow Test Match Special
In the West Indies.
from the beaches of Brittany.
And join Jonathan Agnew.
Hello, good morning and welcome to...
But 92 years on, the masts are showing their age. The elderly technology behind the service is drifting into obsolescence. Scan along longwave these days, and most will only hear the slightly scratchy sound.
I just wonder if there's anyone at the top of
BBC Radio 4 on 198,
actually batting for Radio 4.
which has been warning its few remaining listeners that things are coming to an end.
This service is closing. BBC transmissions on this frequency will end on
15 years after the announcement that investment in the service had come to an end, Arqiva, who operate the transmitters, are shutting it down next week. Which means that tonight, Radio 4 will be saying goodbye to longwave.
Okay, the lightning got a bit closer earlier. I'm not sure what it's doing now, but still hear it. There's still some going on sort of in the east, near London. I've had to put a fan on the grill because it's getting quite hot. It is quite hot in here tonight. It's about 28. The fan on top of the amplifier is nearly at full blast as well. So, yeah, the equipment's suffering tonight. In a minute, we're going to hear hopefully Sailing By. And then we should get the shipping forecast. That will then be followed by National Anthem, and that will be it. I don't believe there's going to be anything special. Throughout their whole lives, your brain is plastic, it's flexible. So here we go.
Human potential is boundless.
Let's start recording again.
Constrained by age and, despite current concerns, unlikely to be killed off by technology. The search for potential is intertwined with what makes our lives interesting. It makes us curious and leads us to the question, what next? And while it might be an individual trait, it's also something that relies on others, those who give us a chance, see something in us, spot our potential.
How to Spot Potential was presented by Kate Mason. The producer was Julian Siddle. In a few moments here on Radio 4, the shipping forecast. This is BBC Radio 4. Now, the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 0015 on Saturday, the 27th of June, 2026. The general synopsis at 1800. Low Malin, 1008. Expected Bailey, 993 by 1800 Saturday. New high, expected German Bight, 1016 by same time. The area forecast for the next 24 hours. Viking, north at Sierra, south at Sierra. Variable 2 to 4, becoming southerly 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later. Showers and fog patches, moderate or good, occasionally very poor. 40s, Cromarty 4th. Variable 2 to 4, becoming south 4 or 5, occasionally 6 later. Showers, thundery at first with fog patches, moderate or good, occasionally very poor at first. Tyne, Dogger. Variable 2 to 4, becoming south 4 or 5 later. Showers, thundery in Dogger, good, occasionally poor. Fisher. Variable 2 to 4, showers, thundery later with fog patches, moderate or good, occasionally very poor later. German Bight, Humber, Thames, Dover, White, Portland. Variable 2 to 4, thundery showers, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Plymouth, south veering southwest 3 to 5, showers, good, occasionally moderate. Biscay, variable 2 to 4, becoming west 3 to 5 later, thundery showers, good, occasionally moderate. Trafalgar, west 2 to 4, veering northwest 3 to 5, showers, good. Fitzroy, Seoul, south southwest, veering west later 4 to 6, occasional rain, good, occasionally moderate. Lundy, Fastnet, south southwest 4 to 6, showers, rain later, good, occasionally moderate. Irish Sea, southerly 4 to 6, occasionally 7 and west. Showers, rain later, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Shannon, south 4 or 5, veering southwest 5 or 6, rain or showers, good, occasionally poor. Rockall, cyclonic 4 to 6, becoming southwest 5 to 7 later, rain at times, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Malin, Hebrides, cyclonic becoming south 4 to 6, rain or showers, thundery at first, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Bailey, southeast becoming cyclonic 4 to 6, occasional rain, good, occasionally poor. Fair Isle, east veering south 4 to 6, rain or showers, thundery at first with fog patches, moderate or good, occasionally very poor at first. Faroes, east or southeast 4 to 6, rain at times, moderate or good, occasionally poor. And southeast Iceland, southerly backing easterly 4 to 6, becoming cyclonic 5 to 7 later, perhaps gale 8 later in northwest, occasional rain, moderate or good, occasionally poor. And now the weather reports from coastal stations for 2300. Tyree automatic, southeast 3. Stornoway, northeast 3, recent rain 4 miles 1010, falling. Lerwick, northeast 3, 24 miles 1015, falling slowly. Wick automatic, east southeast 3, recent fog 3 miles 1014, falling more slowly. Aberdeen, northeast by east 1, slight rain 600 meters 1013, falling slowly. Lucas, east-northeast 3, 4 miles 1013, now rising. Boomer, northeast by north 2, fog 200 meters 1013, rising more slowly. Bridlington, west-northwest 2, 1013, rising more slowly. Sandetti light vessel automatic, southwest 6, 2 miles 1016. Greenwich light vessel automatic, south-southwest 3, 2 miles 1018. St. Catherine's Point automatic, west-northwest 1, 1018, rising slowly. Jersey, Northeast 2, 16 miles, 1018, now falling. Channel light vessel automatic. South by west 2, 1019. Scilly automatic. South 4, mist. 4 miles, 1016, now falling. Milford Haven. South by west 3, 8 miles, 1016, steady. Aberporth. South by west 4, 27 miles, 1016, rising slowly. Valley. South-southwest 5, 9 miles, 1015, rising slowly. Liverpool Crosby. West 3, 14 miles, 1015, rising more slowly. Valencia. South by east 3, 22 miles, 1010, now falling. Ronald's Way. South 5, mist. 5 miles, 1013, rising slowly. Malin Head. East by south 2, 7 miles, 1007, falling. And Machrihanish automatic. East-southeast 4, recent drizzle, 5 miles, 1010, rising slowly. And here's the weather forecast for the inshore waters of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, valid for the following 24 hours, issued by the Met Office at 2300. The general situation: a strengthening southwesterly flow will affect northern and western waters on Saturday, while a slack and humid flow continues to affect waters elsewhere. During Sunday, a change to a westerly flow will spread fresher conditions eastwards across all parts. Cape Wrath to Rattray Head, including Orkney. East 3 to 5, occasionally 6 near Cape Wrath. Veering south, occasionally 6 near Rattray Head, then becoming variable 2 to 4 later. Rain or showers, perhaps thundery at first, with fog patches. Moderate or good, occasionally very poor at first. Rattray Head to Berwick-upon-Tweed. Variable 2 to 4, becoming south 4 to 6. Fog patches and drizzle at first, then showers. Moderate or poor, occasionally very poor, becoming good. Berwick-upon-Tweed to Whitby. Variable 2 to 4, becoming southeast 3 to 5, then veering south or southwest 2 to 4 later. Drizzle at first, then showers. Moderate or poor, becoming good. Whitby to Gibraltar Point. Variable 1 to 3, becoming south or southeast 2 to 4, occasionally 5 later. Showers, good, occasionally moderate at first. Gibraltar Point to Northforeland. Variable becoming southerly or southeasterly later, 2 to 4. Thundery showers, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Northforeland to Selsey Bill. Westerly 2 to 4, becoming variable 1 to 3, occasionally 4 later. Thundery showers, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Selsey Bill to Lyme Regis. West 2 to 4, becoming variable 1 to 3, then southwest 2 to 4 later. Showers, thundery in east, fair later, moderate or good, occasionally poor in east. Lyme Regis to Land's End, including the Isles of Scilly. Variable 2 to 4, becoming south or southwest 3 to 5. Showers later, good, occasionally moderate. Land's End to St. David's Head, including the Bristol Channel. Variable 2 to 4, becoming south or southwest 3 to 5. Occasionally 6 near Pembrokeshire. Showers later, good, occasionally moderate in west. St. David's Head to Great Orme Head, including St. George's Channel. South 3 to 5, veering southwest 4 to 6. Showers, rain later, moderate or good. Great Orme Head to the Mull of Galloway. Variable 2 to 4 at first in Liverpool Bay. Otherwise southerly or southwesterly 4 or 5, occasionally 6 and north. Showers, rain later, moderate or good, occasionally poor at first in north. Isle of Man. Southerly or southwesterly 4 to 6, occasionally 7 later in west. Fog patches at first, rain later. Moderate or good, occasionally very poor at first. Lough Foyle to Carlingford Lough. Southerly or southeasterly 4 to 6, occasionally 7 in east. Showers, rain later, good, occasionally poor. Mull of Galloway to Mull of Kintyre, including the Firth of Clyde and North Channel. Southerly or southeasterly 4 to 6, occasionally 7 in North Channel. Showers, rain later, good, occasionally poor. Mull of Kintyre to Ardnamurchan Point. South to southeast 4 to 6. Showers, rain later. Moderate or good, occasionally poor later. Ardnamurchan Point to Cape Wrath. East to southeast 3 to 5. Occasionally 6 near Cape Wrath. Veering south to southwest 4 to 6. Rain or showers, thundery at first, moderate or good, occasionally poor. And Shetland Isles, east 3 or 4, veering south to southeast 4 or 5. Occasional rain and fog patches, showers later, moderate or good, occasionally very poor. And that completes the shipping forecast. Well, before we leave you tonight, I just wanted to take a moment to mark the end of an era. For almost a century, the longwave transmitters have carried the BBC across the airwaves, from the iconic Droitwich transmitting station in Worcestershire to Westerglen and Birkhead in Scotland. Although the longwave signal is fading into history this morning, the memories and the connection it created will endure forever. We shall miss your warmth and crackle. Well, that's it from me, Al Ryan, and all of us here at Broadcasting House. If you have been, thanks for listening. Have a safe, quiet and peaceful night. Good night. Ihawa.
You are listening to 198 kHz longwave. BBC Radio 4 is no longer available on this frequency. However, you can find Radio 4 many other ways. You can find BBC Radio 4 online via BBC Sounds. Radio 4 is available on DAB digital radio and through your digital television, including Freely. Radio 4 is also available via FM radio on 92 to 95 MHz and 103 to 105 MHz. Plus, you can listen via your smart speaker. Just say, play Radio 4. Information on how to listen can be found on the BBC website at bbc.co.uk/reception. You are listening to 198 kHz longwave. BBC Radio 4 is no longer available on this frequency. However, you can find Radio 4 many other ways. You can find BBC Radio 4 online via BBC Sounds. Radio 4 is available on